His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa received a written letter from Mauritanian President Mohammed Ould Sheikh Al Ghazouani on the close bilateral relations and ways to develop and enhance joint cooperation between the two countries, as well as issues of common interest. The letter was delivered to His Majesty by Mauritanian Minister of Foreign Affairs, African Cooperation and Mauritanians abroad, Mohammed Salim Ould Marzouk, during His Majesty's reception of him and his accompanying delegation. He also conveyed to His Majesty the greetings of the Mauritanian President and his best wishes for His Majesty's continued health and happiness, and for Bahrain and its people continued progress and prosperity. His Majesty conveyed his greetings and best wishes to Al Ghazouani for continued success, health and well-being, and for Mauritania and its people further development and growth. His Majesty expressed appreciation for the positions of Mauritania under the leadership of Al Ghazouani and for the solidarity expressed by Mauritania towards Bahrain in the face of the hostile Iranian attacks. His Majesty praised the Bahraini-Mauritanian relations and their distinction in numerous areas of cooperation, reflecting the two countries' keenness to strengthen and develop them for the benefit of their peoples. The Mauritanian minister expressed appreciation to His Majesty the King for the warm welcome and generous hospitality, and for His Majesty's keen interest in consolidating the strong cooperative relations between the two countries. He reiterated his country's full solidarity with Bahrain, its strong rejection and condemnation of the hostile Iranian aggression that targeted its territory, and its support for the kingdom in all measures it takes to protect its security, stability and sovereignty. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa received the Minister of Transportation and Telecommunications and Chairman of the Board of Trustees of the King Hamad Global Center for Tolerance and Coexistence, Dr. Sheikh Abdullah bin Ahmed Al Khalifa. The Minister presented His Majesty with the Guinness World Record Certificate for Bahrain, ranking first globally as the country with the highest density of places of worship for different religions. This achievement is a new international testament to Bahrain's religious tolerance and coexistence, further solidifying its position as an oasis of religious freedom. His Majesty the King was briefed on the center's current and future plans, including the preparations underway according to the Special Action Plan for King Hamad Award for Coexistence and Tolerance in its first session. His Majesty directed that the path of coexistence, which includes all places of worship in the capital Manama, be displayed in a unique humanitarian scene that affirms Bahrain's leadership in embracing everyone without discrimination and embodies the enlightened royal vision of respecting religious and cultural diversity within the framework of social cohesion. His Majesty praised this distinguished global achievement, which adds to Bahrain's record of accomplishments, noting that it reflects the kingdom's unique and civilized model of pluralism and its embrace of various religions and sects in an environment based on tolerance and religious freedoms. It also reflects the state's guarantee of freedom of religious practice and its protection of all faiths. His Majesty further noted that Bahrain consistently strives to solidify a culture of rapprochement and coexistence among cultures and civilizations, and to spread the values of goodness and peace among peoples of diverse cultures and beliefs. His Majesty praised the important role played by the Center, its pioneering contributions and initiatives in this field, and the excellent reputation and international recognition it enjoys. His Majesty wished the Chairman and the members of the Center success in continuing to spread its noble message and work towards achieving its humanitarian goals. The Minister expressed appreciation to His Majesty for his wise guidance and support of the Center's activities and benevolent initiatives. He emphasized that this distinguished international achievement affirms Bahrain's tolerance and religious coexistence and its unique example of respect for religious freedoms under the wise leadership and enlightened vision of His Majesty the King. He praised His Majesty's insightful vision and aspiration for all that brings good to humanity. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa ratified and issued Law 19 of 2026, amending Article 144 of the Social Insurance Law, issued by Decree Law 24 of 1976, following approval by the Shura and Representatives Councils. The amendment stipulates that substitution under Article 144 shall be carried out within the limits, conditions, regulations, and cases determined by decision of the Minister based on a proposal by the Board of Directors, and that such substitution may not be conducted more than once every 2 years from the date of the last substitution. His Majesty the King also ratified and issued Law 20 of 2026, amending certain provisions of Decree Law 54 of 2002 regarding the internal regulations of the Representatives Council following approval by the Shura and Representative Councils. The law amends certain provisions of Decree Law 54 of 2002 concerning the internal regulations of the Representatives Council by stipulating that the committee report on an interrogation request shall be presented to the Council at the first session following its preparation for a vote without discussion, and that the interrogation shall not be deemed serious unless approved by a majority of Council members. The law also provides that when an interrogation is discussed before the Council, the discussion may be held in a closed session upon the request of the government, the Speaker, or at least 10 Council members, with the request to be discussed and voted on in a closed session, while the interrogation discussion shall be held publicly if 2/3 of Council members reject the request for confidentiality. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with the co-CEO of the Commercial and Investment Bank of JP Morgan Chase, Douglas B. Peteno, at Rifaa Palace. His Royal Highness highlighted the critical role of the banking and financial sector in progressing Bahrain's economic diversification. In this regard, His Royal Highness underscored the importance of creating initiatives and programs that advance the banking sector's contributions to the national economy in line with the Kingdom's comprehensive development led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. His Royal Highness noted the importance of strengthening strategic partnerships with global financial and banking institutions through expanded cooperation and expertise exchange, supporting the development of financial services and economic growth. During the meeting, several issues of mutual interest and the latest global economic developments were discussed. For his part, Petno expressed appreciation for His Royal Highness's unwavering support in enhancing the Kingdom's financial and banking sector and bolstering Bahrain's investment environment. The Minister of Cabinet Affairs, Hamad Al Maliki, and several senior officials also attended the meeting. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa issued a circular regarding the Arafat and Eid al-Adha holidays. According to the circular, Bahrain's ministries and public institutions will be closed on the day of Arafat and during Eid al-Adha, corresponding to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, the 26th to the 29th of May. As the official holidays coincide with a Friday, they will be compensated with an additional day off on Sunday, the 31st of May. On behalf of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the personal representative of His Majesty the King, His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamad Al Khalifa, attended a ceremony marking the 120th anniversary of the National Evangelical Church in Bahrain. The ceremony was organized in cooperation with King Hamad Global Center for Coexistence and Tolerance. His Highness conveyed the greetings of His Majesty the King to the participants, commending the celebration marking the 120 years of the Church's presence in Bahrain. He noted that the event coincides with the royal directive naming this year as the Year of Isa al-Kabir in honor of His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Ali Al Khalifa, founder of the modern state and leader of Bahrain's institutional development. His Highness added that the celebration reflects Bahrain's long-standing values of coexistence and tolerance among religions and cultures and its role as a country of peace, tolerance and religious and cultural diversity. His Highness said Bahrain, under the leadership of His Majesty the King, continues to uphold its long-standing role as a meeting place of civilizations, religions and cultures, and remains home to diverse communities supported by its geographical position and the values of coexistence and tolerance among the Bahraini people. His Highness added that the warm reception, speeches praising the kingdom and its leadership, and the participation of officials, religious figures and church representatives reflected the strong ties linking them with Bahrain. His Highness commended the role of the Centre in supporting activities and initiatives that reflect the Kingdom's image and reinforce values of peace and tolerance. His Highness also praised the organisers of the Church's celebration and its role in promoting peaceful coexistence. The Minister of Transportation and Telecommunications and Chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Centre, Dr. Sheikh Abdullah bin Ahmad Al Khalifa, expressed gratitude to His Majesty the King and His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister for their continued support for coexistence, tolerance and openness, which enhance Bahrain's position as a centre of peace and dialogue among civilizations, cultures and religions. He also thanked His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamad Al Khalifa for attending the ceremony on behalf of His Majesty the King. The minister said the royal support for the 120th anniversary celebration of the church reflects Bahrain's long-standing tradition of religious and cultural openness since the establishment of the modern state. He noted that the church was built on a land which was granted during the era of His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Ali Al Khalifa. He added that the celebration reflects the kingdom's continued commitment to tolerance, coexistence and human fraternity, while also highlighting the role of the center in advancing dialogue, understanding and peace. The minister also expressed appreciation for the humanitarian and community role played by the church since its establishment. He emphasized the importance of cooperation between religious and community institutions in boosting shared values, national unity, coexistence and social harmony, while rejecting division, hatred and sectarianism. The pastor of the National Evangelical Church and president of the White Flags Association, Reverend Hani Aziz, expressed appreciation for the royal support, commending Bahrain's position as a center for religious freedom and coexistence, as well as the efforts and initiatives of the center in promoting peace, understanding and dialogue at the national, regional and international levels. The minister presented a commemorative gift from the center to His Highness, followed by a photograph.
I give thanks to God first because this is 120 years in Bahrain. And I give thanks for our King, King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. He gave us today a blessing. All the celebration, it's under his name. And all the VIP in Bahrain, they came to celebrate with us. Everybody here, they are so happy. They are so happy. And there is a difference between Bahrain and any other country. Other country, maybe it will be big than Bahrain. But in Bahrain, we have many religions, many organizations. And when we make any celebration, all the people, they come. And I give thanks to God, I give thanks to King Hamad, I give thanks to Bahrain.
This prestigious event, we're celebrating 120 years of the Evangelical Church worshipping God, sharing the message of Jesus, a message of peace, of coexistence and of tolerance as the centre represents. So thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to this celebration, and we pray to God that under the King's wise leadership we will continue as a people of coexistence and of tolerance.
The General Command of the Bahrain Defense Force announced that all its services and units are at the highest levels of readiness and full defensive preparedness. The General Command expressed pride in the advanced combat readiness and high vigilance demonstrated by its personnel in carrying out their national duties to defend the kingdom and safeguard its achievements. It urged the public to exercise caution regarding any unfamiliar or suspicious objects resulting from the Iranian hostile attacks and to avoid approaching or handling them. The General Command affirmed that personnel of the Royal Field Engineering Unit remain fully prepared to safely deal with such objects, ensuring the safety of all citizens and residents.
إن الأداء المشرف الذي يسطره رجال قوى الدفاع البحرين يبعث على طمأنينة وثقة راسخة بأن سماء ومياه وأراضي مملكة البحرين مصونة بعون الله. إن ينصركم الله فلا غالب لكم.
The Minister of Interior, General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, visited the UAE, reflecting the strong relations and historical ties between the two countries. At the beginning of the visit, the minister expressed pride in the fraternal relations between the leaderships and peoples of the two nations, which were firmly established by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and UAE President His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, and their commitment to strengthening bilateral ties for the benefit of both countries and peoples. The minister reiterated Bahrain's unwavering solidarity with the UAE and its full support for all measures taken to safeguard its sovereignty and protect its security and stability. He praised the high level of security cooperation and coordination between the two countries and their joint efforts to consolidate regional stability and protect international peace and security. On the first day of the Abu Dhabi Global Sustainable Security Summit, held under the patronage of the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Interior, Lieutenant General His Highness Sheikh Saif bin Zayed Al Nahyan, and in conjunction with the International Exhibition for National Security and Resilience 2026, the Minister of Interior delivered the opening speech.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سمو الفريق الشيخ سيف بن زايد آل نهيان، نائب رئيس مجلس الوزراء وزير الداخلية، راعي هذه القمة الدولية الرفيعة، أصحاب السمو والمعالي والسعادة، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. يشرفني أن أتحدث اليوم من على منبر قمة أبو ظبي العالمية للأمن المستدام 2026 في نسختها الأولى المصاحبة للمعرض الدولي للأمن الوطني ودرء المخاطر، والتي تأتي في وقت أصبحت فيه التحديات الأمنية تشكل تحولات عميقة في خريطة المشهد الدولي على مختلف الأصعدة. وإنه لمن بالغ الدلالة أن تحتضن دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة الشقيقة هذه القمة، وهي التي رسخت نفسها نموذجاً للدولة التي لا تنظر إلى الأمن باعتباره مجرد منظومة إجراءات، بل مشروع حضارة واستثمار في الإنسان ورؤية بعيدة المدى لصناعة الاستقرار. وقد أصبح واضحاً اليوم أن منطقة الخليج العربي لم تعد مجرد نطاق جغرافي أو ممر حيوي، بل أحد الأعمدة التي يستند إليها استقرار العالم بأسره، فأمن الطاقة وسلامة التجارة الدولية واستمرارية سلاسل الإمداد وحركة الاقتصاد العالمي جميعها ترتبط بصورة مباشرة باستقرار هذه المنطقة الحيوية. ومن هنا فإن التوتر في الخليج العربي لا يبقى محصوراً داخل حدوده، بل تمتد ارتداداته إلى الأسواق العالمية والمجتمعات الخارجية. وعليه نقول بوضوح إن استقرار الخليج العربي لم يعد شأناً إقليمياً فقط، بل ضرورة دولية لحماية الأمن الجماعي. أصحاب السمو والمعالي والسعادة، لقد أثبتت مملكة البحرين ودولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة الشقيقة وسط محيط إقليمي شديد التعقيد بأن بناء الأمن المستدام لا يتحقق بمنطق ردود الأفعال المؤقتة، وإنما عبر رؤية استراتيجية طويلة المدى بعقلية الدولة التي قوامها الاعتدال وسيادة القانون والاستثمار في الإنسان والتكامل بين الأمن والتنمية. ولعل ما يميز تجربة البلدين الشقيقين عدم النظر إلى الأمن باعتباره مسؤولية الأجهزة الأمنية فحسب، بل مسؤولية عامة تشمل المؤسسات والتشريعات والمجتمع والوعي العام، حيث نؤمن بأن الأمن والتنمية وجهان لعملة واحدة. وأثبتنا أن الأمن الحقيقي يتحقق عبر بناء مؤسسات قوية تسهم في تعزيز الثقة المجتمعية والاستثمار في التكنولوجيا، وخاصة دعم الاستقرار الإقليمي والدولي. كما تجسد الشراكة البحرينية الإماراتية امتداداً حياً لوحدة وتماسك مجلس التعاون لدول الخليج العربية القائمة على وحدة المصير وتكامل الرؤى في مواجهة التحديات العابرة للحدود. ومن هذا المنطلق يترسخ مبدأ التعاون باعتباره ضرورة استراتيجية لتجفيف منابع الجريمة من مصادرها ومواجهة تهديداتها قبل تحولها إلى مخاطر تمس استقرار الدول. لقد أدركت دول الخليج العربي من خلال التاريخ والتجارب الحية أن الدول لا تختبر في أوقات الاستقرار، بل في لحظات الضغط، حين تصبح سرعة القرار ووضوح القيادة وثقة المجتمع عوامل فاصلة بين الفوضى والاتزان. وهو في حقيقة الأمر سر نجاحنا في التصدي لمثيري الفوضى، ورغم الظروف المعقدة التي تشهدها المنطقة نواصل تبني نهج يقوم على الحكمة وتعزيز التعاون الدولي لمواجهة التهديدات بشتى أنواعها. وأود أن أتوقف عند تجربة مملكة البحرين في الحوكمة المدفوعة بالتكنولوجيا وإدارة الطوارئ خلال الظروف الإقليمية الدقيقة التي شهدتها المنطقة في فترات التوتر والحرب. وهي تجربة كشفت لنا أن إدارة الأزمات الحديثة لم تعد عملاً تقليدياً قائماً على رد الفعل، بل أصبحت علماً ومنطقاً قائماً على التنبؤ والاستباق وتحليل البيانات والتكامل المؤسسي. وتعد التجربة البحرينية وبلغة المؤشرات والأرقام مثالاً ناجحاً في هذا المجال، فقد أصبحت البيانات اليوم مورداً استراتيجياً لا يقل أهمية عن الموارد التقليدية الأساسية، وأصبحت القدرة على تحويل المعلومة المجردة إلى قرار سريع ودقيق إحدى أهم أدوات حماية الدول. وقد اعتمدت البحرين منصة مراقبة المؤشرات الحكومية التي تمثل أداة مركزية لتمكين الحوكمة القائمة على الأداء، بما يساعد في رصد أداء الجهات الحكومية بشكل لحظي مقابل الأهداف الاستراتيجية والخطط الوطنية ودعم اتخاذ القرار. وفي هذا الإطار يبدو دور وكالة البحرين للفضاء في توظيف البيانات الجيوفضائية وتقنيات الذكاء الاصطناعي في دعم التنبؤ بالكوارث وتحليل المخاطر البيئية وتعزيز سرعة الاستجابة الوطنية. وميدانياً يأتي دور الاستخدام المتقدم للطائرات المسيرة والكاميرات الذكية في تقييم الأضرار ودعم البحث والإنقاذ ومراقبة المنشآت وإدارة الحشود لحفظ الأرواح والممتلكات ونقل الصورة الحية لصانع القرار. إننا اليوم ننتقل من مفهوم رد الفعل إلى مفهوم الوعي الميداني اللحظي، وهو أحد أهم التحولات في فلسفة الأمن المعاصر. وقد وضعت مملكة البحرين الأمن السيبراني في صميم أمنها الوطني عبر تعزيز دور المركز الوطني للأمن السيبراني وإطلاق الاستراتيجية الوطنية للأمن السيبراني 2025-2028، وبناء برامج وطنية للجاهزية الرقمية وحماية البنية التحتية الحيوية ونشر ثقافة الوعي السيبراني داخل المجتمع والمؤسسات. وإن حماية مراكز البيانات وإيجاد الوسائل البديلة إلى جانب الوسائل التقليدية أصبحت ولا شك عنصراً حاسماً في المعادلة الأمنية بشكل عام، في ظل ما شاهدناه من استهداف لأمن المنطقة ودول العالم. فالجريمة الإلكترونية من أكبر التحديات العابرة للحدود، نظراً لسرعة انتقالها بين القارات وقدرتها على استهداف الأنظمة الحيوية والمؤسسات والأسواق والأفراد في لحظة واحدة. وأمام هذا الواقع لم يعد أمن المعلومات مسألة تقنية تخص الخبراء فقط، بل أصبح خط الدفاع الأول عن سيادة الدول واستقرار المجتمعات والثقة في الاقتصاد والخدمات والحياة اليومية. وبالتالي فإن التأخر في اكتشاف الجريمة الإلكترونية لم يعد يقاس بالساعات، بل بحجم الخسائر التي يمكن أن تصيب دولة كاملة خلال دقائق محدودة. أصحاب السمو والمعالي والسعادة، لقد أصبحت التهديدات الحديثة أكثر تعقيداً وخطورة، وأصبحنا نواجه اليوم جرائم سيبرانية عابرة للحدود وشبكات غسل أموال توظف التكنولوجيا وجماعات متطرفة تستغل الذكاء الاصطناعي والتضليل الإعلامي لإرباك المجتمعات واستهداف استقرار الدول. وأصبحت الجريمة المنظمة تتحرك بسرعة التكنولوجيا، ولذلك يجب أن يكون التعاون الدولي بالسرعة ذاتها، لا بل أسرع منها، وذلك من خلال وجود إجراءات العمليات المشتركة المسبقة بين مختلف الدول. ولأن هذه التهديدات لا تعترف بالجغرافيا، فإن مواجهتها لا يمكن أن تتم بمنطق العمل الفردي أو العمل والحلول المنعزلة. ولا يخفى عليكم أن الطبيعة الجغرافية لمملكة البحرين تسهم في تعزيز سرعة الاستجابة الأمنية الميدانية، علماً بأن الفاعلية لا ترتبط بالمساحة الجغرافية للدول في مفهوم الأمن المعاصر. فالتكنولوجيا والذكاء الاصطناعي تجاوز الحدود وجعل من الفضاء الرقمي ساحة مفتوحة تتحرك فيها الجريمة والحملات الإعلامية الممنهجة بسرعة الضوء بلا إذن أو قيد. وهذا ما يؤكد ضرورة العمل المشترك والتنسيق السريع لمواجهة هذا النوع من الجريمة التي تفرض إيقاعاً جديداً في مفهوم الأمن والاستجابة. فالمعركة اليوم ليست على الأرض، بل مع الزمن والوعي. إن العالم بحاجة إلى شراكات أمنية أكثر عمقاً، وتبادل أسرع للمعلومات، وأطر قانونية أكثر مرونة قادرة على مواكبة الجرائم الرقمية والعملات المشفرة والتهديدات السيبرانية المعقدة، وخاصة الجرائم العابرة للحدود. ومن هنا تتجلى أهمية التكامل بين الأمن والعدالة، فلا يمكن تحقيق أمن مستدام دون عدالة فعالة، ولا يمكن حماية العدالة دون مؤسسات أمنية محترفة. والعلاقة بين الأجهزة الأمنية والنيابات والقضاء والتشريعات الحديثة لم تعد علاقة إجرائية فقط، بل منظومة متكاملة لحماية الدولة والمجتمع والحقوق والحريات في آن واحد. ورغم كل التطور التكنولوجي، يبقى الإنسان محور الأمن الحقيقي. فالأمن لا يعني فقط حماية الحدود والمنشآت، بل حماية الإنسان في كرامته ومعيشته وفرصه وثقته بمؤسسات دولته. وحين يشعر الإنسان بالأمن والعدالة والفرص يصبح شريكاً في حماية وطنه. ولهذا فإن الاستثمار في التعليم والوعي والشباب والثقافة الرقمية خط دفاعي رئيسي في مواجهة التطرف والفوضى والانهيارات المجتمعية. إن منطقتنا تمر بمرحلة دقيقة بحاجة إلى قدر عالي من الحكمة والمسؤولية من خلال العمل على حماية المجتمع واحترام القانون الدولي والحفاظ على أمن الملاحة والممرات الحيوية التي يجب أن تبقى أولوية ثابتة في أي مقاربة للأزمات الراهنة، لأن الشعوب تبحث عن الأمان والاستقرار والحياة الكريمة. وفي الختام، فإن مملكة البحرين بقيادة سيدي حضرة صاحب الجلالة الملك حمد بن عيسى آل خليفة ملك البلاد المعظم حفظه الله ورعاه، وبدعم ومتابعة من صاحب السمو الملكي الأمير سلمان بن حمد آل خليفة ولي العهد رئيس مجلس الوزراء حفظه الله، تؤمن بأن المستقبل للأكثر كفاءة وجاهزية، والأكثر قدرة على بناء الثقة، والأكثر استثماراً في الإنسان والعلم والتكنولوجيا. واليوم ونحن نشهد ولادة هذه القمة الدولية من أبو ظبي من قلب الخليج العربي، نؤكد أن الأمن المستدام يتحقق بالرؤية والصمود والشراكة والإيمان بأن استقرار الشعوب أساسه استقرار العالم. شكراً لكم جميعاً، وشكراً لدولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة الشقيقة على هذه المبادرة الكريمة. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
The Minister of Interior also toured the 9th edition of the International Exhibition for National Security and Resilience 2026, where he viewed the latest technologies and equipment in the fields of security, safety and crime prevention. He praised the quality and modernity of the equipment and the progress it represents in providing all types of security services and the speed of the response to crises and emergencies. During his tour, the Minister of Interior and the UAE Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Interior attended the graduation ceremony of the Specialized Training Program or the Child Protection Specialist launched by the Ministries of Interior of both countries. The program aims to enhance the skills of security and professional personnel and develop their capabilities in protecting children's rights and providing a safe environment. This is part of joint programs involving the exchange of expertise, including child protection and cyberspace. The two countries provide direct official channels for providing support and reporting any cases that pose a danger or constitute abuse of children, alongside providing specialized training programs. The minister also visited visited the pavilion of the Institute of Applied Technology, which is one of the leading educational institutions in the UAE, offering high-quality technical education. At the conclusion of his tour, the minister praised the UAE's organization of this leading international exhibition, wishing the UAE continued progress and prosperity. The ISNR is a strategic platform that enhances national readiness to face the rapidly evolving challenges and changes at the regional and international levels. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid al-Zayani, met with Mauritanian Minister of Foreign Affairs, African Cooperation and Mauritanians Abroad, Mohammed Salim Weld Marzouk. Al-Zayani praised the close fraternal ties between the two countries and affirmed the kingdom's keenness to expand bilateral cooperation and enhance fraternal relations. The minister expressed his appreciation for Mauritania's support for Security Council Resolution 2817, which Bahrain submitted to the Security Council regarding Iran's hostile attacks on the kingdom, the GCC states and Jordan, and for its support of the diplomatic efforts undertaken by the kingdom through its non-permanent membership on the Security Council regarding the defense of freedom of international navigation in the Strait of Hormuz. The Mauritanian minister noted the tangible progress in the fraternal relations and cooperation between the two countries in many vital areas, including diplomatic efforts and cooperation and coordination in international forums, wishing the kingdom security, stability and continued progress and prosperity. The two sides discussed ways to enhance bilateral cooperation in various economic, commercial and social fields, enjoyed coordination efforts, diplomatic consultation and the exchange of support and endorsement for the two countries' nominations in regional and international organizations in the service of shared interests and objectives. They also tackled the latest regional developments, the repercussions of Iran's aggression and the dangers posed by Iran's closure of the Strait of Hormuz to the global economy, international trade, food security and energy security. The two sides also reviewed efforts to enhance Arab solidarity and end conflict support, joint Arab action, regional and international efforts aimed at reducing tension and escalation in the region, and continuing efforts to support dialogue and diplomacy to preserve regional security and stability. The Minister of Housing and Urban Planning, Amna Rumehi, participated in the official opening of the 13th World Urban Forum held in Azerbaijan. Rumehi affirmed that Bahrain's participation in the global forum represents an important opportunity to showcase the achievements realized under the comprehensive development process led by His Majesty the King and the directives of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. She noted that the forum serves as a strategic platform for exchanging expertise and formulating innovative solutions to global housing challenges in line with Bahrain Economic Vision 2030 and the government program. As part of the forum activities, Bahrain's pavilion was inaugurated and attracted the attention of international delegations. The Muharraq City Development Project featured prominently as a model combining modern urban development with the preservation of cultural identity and heritage. The pavilion also highlights the digitization of services through the Beiti real estate platform, in addition to showcasing the expansion of the government Permanent Land Development Rights Program. The General Manager of Scan Bank, Abdullah Talib, said the forum and its accompanying events provide valuable opportunities to review the latest financing solutions aimed at providing suitable housing for citizens in the kingdom. The Minister of Youth Affairs, Rawan Tawfiqi, chaired the periodic meeting of the Youth Empowerment Committee in the public and private sectors. The Minister affirmed that supporting and empowering Bahraini youth remains a firmly established national priority that receives the patronage of His Majesty the King and with the directives of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. She also highlighted the strategic vision of Chairman of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, which has established an advanced national approach to investing in Bahraini youth. She emphasized the importance of continuing to strengthen interrogation between various stakeholders in the public and private sectors, contributing to the formulation of quality policies and initiatives that help raise the level of youth participation across various fields. The Minister also stressed the importance of adopting ideas and initiatives that boost the role of youth as influential and effective contributors to society, capable of creating sustainable positive impact across different sectors. The meeting reviewed a number of agenda items. Participants also discussed a range of proposals and qualitative initiatives aimed at empowering youth. A parliamentary delegation met with the Vice President of the House of Councillors of Morocco, El Hassan Haddad, and the Vice President of the House of Representatives of Morocco, Abdel Majid El Fiheri, on the sidelines of the 18th General Assembly meeting of the Arab Parliamentary Scout Union held in Morocco. Delegation member Rida Monfardi affirmed that Bahraini-Moroccan relations are deeply rooted and continuously developing across all sectors, thanks to the patronage of His Majesty the King and the Moroccan monarch. The participation of the parliamentary delegation received unanimous support from the participants for the request submitted by the Bahraini parliamentary delegation regarding the issuance of a statement by the Scout Union condemning the hostile Iranian aggression against Bahrain and GCC and Jordan, emphasizing the importance of the region's security and stability and affirming its solidarity and support for these countries. The statement also affirmed support for all measures taken to preserve the rights and sovereignty of these countries. In line with the government's efforts to enhance and redesign services, the University of Bahrain has developed a new digital service for requesting graduation certificates and transcripts. UOB President Dr. Fuad Al-Ansari affirmed that this service is of the university's adoption of innovative digital solutions that enhance efficiency, leverage technology, and improve the student experience. He added that launching the service reflects the university's commitment to developing its services in a way that reduces time and effort for students and institutions, enhances the effectiveness of the work system, and ensures the provision of reliable and accredited official documents. The Bahraini Hajj mission increased its preparation efforts as pilgrims arrive at the holy sites. This was achieved through a coordination meeting led by the head of the Bahraini Hajj mission, Sheikh Adnan Al-Qattan, focusing on the mission's operational readiness for the 1447 Hijri Hajj season. Discussions addressed topics such as crowd management, transportation between the holy sites, health measures, and communication with Bahraini Hajj campaigns. The head of the mission stressed the necessity for effective coordination among committees, highlighting an integrated operational system. Roles are designated to specialized committees to ensure prompt responses to field needs, thus ensuring a safe and organized environment for pilgrims to perform the ritual smoothly and peacefully.